Nobody wants a boring camp axe. That's why in today's video, I'm going to show you how I turned an axe that I got on eBay for £6 into a camping hatchet that you'll treasure. So welcome to the Marshall and Freddie YouTube channel. Let's restore an axe. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to try and restore this axe that I got off eBay for just £6. At the moment it is in really rough shape. As you can see, the axe itself really loose. It's so loose in fact that if you try hard enough it comes straight off the handle. The first thing I'm going to do is try and get this looking a bit nicer than it is currently. I'm going to start off with a selection of sandpaper and try and get that paint off. Now this particular axe is a bit of an antique and it was made in England, so I don't really want to take that mark out. I want to try and keep it there and just bring it back to life. So I decided to whip the Dremel out just for the more intricate areas and the bits that are really pitted, like on the spine. Now I do have an angle grinder with a flapper disc on it, which would be super effective, but it also would be extremely aggressive. So what I'm doing is I'm trying out, the less aggressive methods first, and then I'm moving up, if I think, oh, this is going to take far too long, or if I think it's going to be too much effort. And I'm quite a lazy guy, so it's, but I'm also sensible, so I'll work up to the lazy methods first. It's a toasty one today. Well, I managed to get the bulk of everything off that I needed to get off. And it's looking still rough, but a lot better than it did. Safety first. Do it. Why is everything always hot? Well, I'm pretty happy with the progress we made today. It's looking a lot better so far. We'll pick this back up in the morning. Well, it's another scorching hot day in England. Yesterday we managed to get the head nicely polished up, re-established a rough edge. So I think today I'm going to work on the handle. That's the rough grit of the sanded done. Now I'm going to try and fill in these sort of gouges in the wood. Now I'm just going to use a bit of wood filler, maybe mixed with a bit of sawdust or paint to kind of match the colour of the handle. Let's see how that goes. Now that should take about 30 minutes to dry, so while it does that I'm going to try and get this old wedge out. They let me take this little bit of scrap wood from Wicks when I was in there getting some linseed oil, so I'm going to try and use this as our new wedge. Oh, that's not what you want. That took longer than I thought it was gonna. I really need a belt sander. It's not too bad on one side, but the other side needs a little bit more. While that filler dries, there's not a whole bunch I can really do. I've got to wait half an hour, so while I wait, I'm going to read a new book that I bought. Bushcraft 101. Apparently it's very good. Just reading the section on axes. Pretty interesting. Right. So I've got some craft paint here, and all I'm going to try and do is just try and colour it in as best as I can. Now it doesn't really matter how well I do this, and you'll see why in just a minute. Now I've got some wood glue here, but if we've done our job right and accurate enough, we shouldn't really need it, but I've never actually done this, so we're going to find out. Well, I'm by no means a carpenter, but that I think will do just fine. I had to use a little bit of inertia to stop the axe head from rising up the handle, but it's locked in real tight. So, just gotta wait for that to dry. So to protect the handle, all I'm going to do is use my blowtorch to char the outside, and that'll give the handle a little bit more protection. Now it's time to polish up that blade. Well, it's not as sharp as a razor, but then again, axes don't need to be, but it's pretty sharp. Polishing the blade will definitely help prevent corrosion, but realistically we need to oil it as well. I'm just going to use a bit of olive oil. The benefit of using olive oil is it's food safe, so if you decide to use your axe for any cooking, you shouldn't have any issues. Now you can use olive oil for the handle as well, but this time I'm going to use the linseed oil. This is boiled linseed oil, so it'll dry quicker, but it won't absorb into the wood as much. had a bit of trouble with the top of this bottle coming off. It just refused to come off. So nothing a knife can't sort of fix. Oh, that worked out pretty well. Pretty happy with that. Stops the handle from getting damaged anymore, and it covers up that little blemish we had. Now time to work on the sheath. Yeah, I don't think this is good enough. Let's try something else. And I've made another mistake. When I traced around this, I didn't flip it. So now I've just got two symmetrical pieces. Sorry, non-symmetrical pieces. So if I put them together, it's wrong. We'll get there. So I've ended up just using the buttons as like rivets. I think it looks pretty good, and it'll work. My original plan was to put a strap around the axe to keep the sheath in place, but honestly it's so sturdy, I don't think there's any need for it. Works pretty well. So we've come out to the woods, because an axe is no good if it doesn't work. Let's do some testing. No damage to the edge. Everything still looks nice and straight and sharp. And the head, not even a wiggle. The only thing I would do slightly differently is probably use thicker leather for the sheath. But there's always next time. Listen guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I did making it. And if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. This project didn't take a lot of tools or a lot of time, and it definitely wasn't expensive. Like I said, I got this on eBay for £6. Absolute bargain. Brought it back to life. Well, until next time. Son of a...